So I got 7 units. But with that 7 units, I'm still the best even up to after completing my O-levels. I only did 8 subjects and I scored 8 A's. 8 subjects only, but they were art subjects. They were not science subjects.
Oh, okay.
So, but I knew that I wanted to become a doctor one day. I think my first option actually was drug discovery and therapeutics.
So when you applied for UZ, what was your first option?
My first option was drug discovery and therapeutics.
Welcome guys to the first chapter of PodGuide Diaries. Today we have one of the legends of our streams, Tafara Homera, or we call him Dr. Tafara Homera, one of the first class winners of our stream, the 2022 stream. Today we're going to delve into his story. He's going to tell us more of how he was able to achieve all those accolades. I'll get to the accolades a little bit later, but it's very important at this time because we have got the A-level results which are coming up very soon. So a lot of students want to venture into medicine, but sometimes they get discouraged by their brothers and sisters while complaining of how they've been going through medicine. So let's turn over to him and maybe he can share with us his story. So Homera, let's wind back to the very start. Let's talk about your primary education. You can just tell us, you can just share with us, Kuti, how was it? My own 4 units are in your what happened during your primary education?
It's a bit a long time ago, like when I did my grade 7. It was in 2015, and by that time we had only 4 subjects. Yeah, so I got 7 units, but with that 7 units, I'm still the best even up to now, because it's not something that you can commonly, especially come across in such a rural area. Yeah. Okay,
which is good. Then we move on to secondary education. Where did you go to secondary education, and were you able to go to the secondary school that you wanted? Simple those times I remember. Kuti kana wasina 4 units yetika angwazingendi kwaida wayezongoenda pasiwa nomora.
Well, so in my district, so 4 units at grade 7, they were not so common during that time. But also as well, because of my financial capacity, I couldn't proceed to schools that I actually wanted, such as Mutoko High School, also High School, and I ended up at Churches High School, which was just quite a rural secondary school. Just for it was just a school for everyone. There was no screening day, nothing like that. Yes.
Okay.
So it was just.
So did you spend all the 6 years, Bob?
No, I didn't spend the 6 years.
Change away.
Yeah. So after completing my O-levels, I only did 8 subjects, and I scored 8 A's. 8 subjects only, but they were art subjects. They were not science subjects.
Oh, okay.
So, but I knew that I wanted to become a doctor one day, because even my primary school teachers, they actually called me a doctor. They could consistently. They were calling me a doctor because I used to take number 1 throughout. Yes. So I actually kept that in my mind that one day I want to become a doctor. Right. So when I completed my O-levels, I pleaded with my parents. I told them, never, I'm not going to take arts. Because I know it's possible for me to take arts, but no, that's not my trajectory. So how are you going to do it? How are you going to go about it? You only have art subjects. You're not going to get an offer or an acceptance. Then luckily my uncle it actually came my way, and then tried by all means to secure a place for me so that I can do sciences. And then the last option was Vubajana High School in Chegutu. Okay. And initially they were not able to accept me. I was actually rejected because there are very good schools from Chegutu that produce students of chemistry, biology, Chegutu High School, I still remember the cut-off point. The cut-off grades were actually A and possibly P's. Okay, but they were actually convinced with my results. Even though they were convinced, they had experience with such students. They ended up failing. So I decided actually to repeat, get what I'm saying? But I didn't even go any further because I mean 2 weeks down the line, I was called by the headmistress, and I headed to the office, and then from the reports that the teachers were giving, there was no reason for me to repeat to do my O levels, and then was automatically given maths, biology, chemistry, and statistics.
You did 4 subjects.
Yeah, which is 4 subjects.
Then how many points did you get for?
I scored 20 points.
Straight 20 points.
Straight 20 points.
That's nice.
And I used to do on my own, you know. Fupajena is a government school.
Okay.
Like we so many of us, right? So the learning sessions were so tight. You could have only 1 session per day, and Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, not every day, because it's one of the largest schools in the area. You know, it's in the ghetto. Exactly.
So self-taught got 20 points.
Yeah.
That's very motivating. Okay. So now going into tertiary education, was that your first option, or did you think of going outside or somewhere else?
I think I didn't even think. UZ was actually, it was more than just an option. I was happy.
You were happy?
Yes,
Okay.
I was happy with
And
UZ.
you wanted to do medicine, you wanted to be a doctor, or like, let's go for medicine straight?
Yeah, yes. Okay.
Do you have second thoughts?
Okay, I need to explain. So, like, growing up, like, it was just something from people. So it was sort of external motivation to become a doctor, not from within.
For you had
Exactly. No, yeah, there wasn't a spark at that moment. But I know I wanted something within the science field, right? But I know chemistry was my favorite. The chemistry was my favorite. So I was thinking of maybe getting into a degree that is something to do with chemicals. Like, I think my first option actually was drug discovery and therapeutics.
So when you applied for UZ, what was your first option?
My first option was drug discovery and therapeutics. Now I've got my nephew, this nephew of mine. Unfortunately, he's now late, but yeah, he used to be one of the leading anesthesiologists. He's Dr. Shumba. I think most of the people, they know him, like Dr. Shumba. So he's the one who actually he discouraged me. Like, he was like, what to become with all the 20 points, with all the options that we have. No. I'm now going to get you the list of the program that you should get enrolled into. Your first option, medicine and surgery. Your second option is Bachelor of Veterinary Sciences. That is it. Like, that is it, Sekuru, because like we used to talk in China.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I was convinced, yes, and automatically I changed everything because I had applied online, not physical.
Oh, yeah,
so when I came for the physical application, yeah, I got everything rectified.
Okay.
And then my first option was medicine.
BMS. Then you got the BMS.
Yes, automatically I got the BMS.
So when you started, since it wasn't your first option, how did you then how were you able to adjust to the new environment?
Okay, let me say it was not easy for me, especially like seeing the cadavers. Like, I think maybe it was only me. Maybe I thought it was only me, but there is this other lady who was also like in the same boat. Like, we're in the same boat. Yeah. So I thought maybe I was to go for pharmacy, and I allowed myself, like I gave myself time, like, and I'm telling you, after 2 weeks, like I was in agreement with everything happening.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah. So now part 1, part 2, part 3. Now I'm in part 4. But we know Kuti, the way you use it is structured. This whole medical degree is that there's now almost like a bridge that you need to cross between part 3 and part 4. Then you were able to graduate and get a first class degree with 3 prizes. So can you please take us through how you're able to get to that stage?
Okay, I'm super excited to just share about my
guys.
journey and how I sailed
Inspire
through
someone.
that. Yeah, maybe it's going to inspire someone. So honestly, it was just a dream come true. But it's not something that I used to think about each and every day. But you know, but when you put effort, when you use the right strategy, I'm telling you, things will fall into place. They work in your way. They work the way you think they work. Like, and of course, God, if God is within whatever you are doing, I think you all know that that thing actually come to life or fruition. Yeah.
Okay, now let's try to address those who are already in the medical field. They're already pursuing this BMS degree, but we know the problem with BMS. We've got CAs, we've got the CA anatomy and CA for physiology, and so CAs for the pathologies. Let's say CA rakasheka, and things are a bit sketchy. You're not sure what's going to happen. How do you then help the student to give them encouragement? Keep fighting. You're almost there. Because from my experience, a lot of students, when we graduated, they would ask us, "How did you guys do it? How did you end up there?" So yeah, let's share with us then.
Oh, okay. Firstly, I would actually like to acknowledge PodMed and whatever the foundations or programs now that are being involved in maybe taking the upcoming students, especially medical students, a little bit and sharing more information on what to expect and how to go about everything and how to navigate this pathway, this good pathway. So firstly, I would like to stress on the issue of having mentorship before you even come to the usage school, which is the reason why we are also here. Like part of my guys, the guy shown here, is part of that program. We will be taking as upcoming students through what to expect and how to navigate school and what like that. And during my time, actually, unfortunately, I couldn't receive that information, accurate information, and sometimes even having access to that information. So it's actually a privilege that we have those guys taking you through everything. So honestly, being admitted into medical school, you have to change in everything. It's just a transition of life. So a transition obviously is gonna be accompanied by circumstances, obstacles. So get to you should actually strategize, becoming more adaptive and more also being more open to everything, to embracing new challenges and making sure to maybe get out of your comfort zone. Okay, so maybe I was to start with even the way the questions are asked, or even the MCQ questions. There's true or false, there's negative marking. Negative marking, And, yes, and actually for part 1 and 2, unfortunately, it's -1 for a wrong answer. It's to teach you that you don't need to actually tell what you don't know about. Okay, so I think that I was one of those students. I think in my first exam in anatomy, my mark was 62%. It was not the best that can come out of me. I was expecting something better, but because of that negative marking, not knowing my boundaries, my limits, be able to appreciate that you don't know this one and this one. But yes, of course, because the fact that I embraced the fact that I should resort to only things that I know and leave out what I don't know, I ended up excelling. You see. So I think it's all about knowing your capabilities, your limits, and also making sure that you are true. You are actually true with what you are saying. You have to get things done properly, not what you used to do in high school. Okay, so you need to understand your concept very well, so that you don't have any doubts. Because the moment that you are just taking any doubt, unfortunately for those bright, I know all of you are bright students, guessing is not for bright students, and that is it. The moment you start guessing or gambling, you fail. Have you ever tried it?
It doesn't go very well. So one thing I've noticed, maybe your last word, one thing I've noticed with high achievers students, especially when they come to medicine, they are the ones who tend to suffer the most, don't acquire the most. Maybe it would be issue of pride, or it could be issue that they are not used to failing, but use it as a way. But one thing I've noticed that medicine is a way of humbling everyone.
Yes.
So let's say a student has got 30 points, whatever, 45 points, I don't know, whatever they've got at this stage. They're coming to medicine. They want to do medicine. What kind of ways do you give to them? Go to relax, or I don't know, something.
Well, I think I need to clarify on that. Firstly with ZIMSEC, like for the past years, it has been allowing students to register more than 3 subjects at A level. Okay, so we ended up having 15 points, 20 points, 25 points, 30 points, 35 points, and sometimes really 50 points. Okay, so I would like to clarify that attaining 25 points doesn't mean you are smarter than someone who attained 15 points. Okay, so those are just additional points. So even as part of admissions, as per admissions guidelines from the University of Zimbabwe, they only look for 3 subjects, 3 main subjects for that program. So consider also the fact that usage is very rigorous in selection. So this is a place where you find top students from across Zimbabwe. So you might be a top student from your school, but that doesn't mean you're a top student from Zimbabwe. So expect everything. So even getting the lowest mark in the class shouldn't make you like less of a smart student. Yes. So I think I need to clarify there. But you should bounce back, showing that you are capable. Okay. So just coming to use it, you have got an extra task. Because actually, yes, it's not about competition, but at the end of the day, there should be always normal distribution, you know. So just be average, above average, or not to be at the bottom. So just work for that. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Homera. And you've heard from his story how he was able to imagine he didn't do sciences for O level, but somehow he was able to break the system and get sciences for A level, and now he's in medical school, he's in part 4, and I think he's cruising. Yeah, cruising.
Yeah, definitely. But like we said, every stage has got its hurdles.
Yeah, but
this
one is not struggling.
Maybe you find me falling somewhere along the way. I don't know.
But yeah, the
Alright.
story is very inspiring,
Yeah.
and yeah, I hope someone gets something that they can pick from the story. I know everyone's story is different, but I'm pretty sure you can pick something from that story. And yeah, thank you very much.